Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. It is probably going to be a massive week with all the stuff that is coming up. I will tell you that about in a minute. Also for BTC we are in very distinct levels, and I'm going to show you exactly where I am looking at and to look at my trades that I have open right now. But first, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends who think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I also post more stuff about trading, economics, good articles and memes. So if you don't want to miss that out, then definitely follow me there. Now without further ado, let's dive in. And actually today I would like to start off with the YouTube channel itself, because I said 6 days ago, don't get excited yet, we might dump soon. And if we look here at BTC, that was actually in the run up here that said, oh, this is actually going pretty fast, we might need to cool off a little bit. After that we said, okay, you know what, stop, breathe, and then we can go lower. And I talked about us going lower, maybe hitting some golden pockets and then going higher. So far that is also coming to fruition. I said we are nailing all levels. We went over to a few trades that we had last week, and I said on Friday, are my shorts trapped right now, or am I having a brilliant entry on this short trade? The answer is going to be probably the latter, because I was building up my shorts right here at that golden pocket, and we got exactly what we talked about last week, is that we are creating lower highs and lower lows, and therefore we have a intermediate trend reversal. What do I mean with intermediate? Is that now we are going down a little bit. We are looking for that cool off that we're having right now. The question is, how low can we go and can we reverse? And I said this actually would be very nice, because now we're coming kind of back here in that range. Maybe this will trap a lot of people and say, hey, oh my god, we're going bearish again, we're going to 12k, 16k, whatever. And this was just a cool off period right here from the run up that we hit prior to that. And as you can see, we are right now in one of the golden pockets that I drew out, and that golden pocket that I have right here is measured, of course, from the top. Let me show that right here to an intermediate bottom, which is here also at that thick red line, which is the point of control. So that's then the bottom. So kind of right now we have the golden pocket, but the real golden pocket from this entire move up, so that's really the bottom right here and the top right here, that is here still at 20,800 to 20,980. That is the ultimate golden pocket from the move to the upside. But of course, since everything goes in waves, you could also say that, you know, I put a zero line here, here, or here for my Fibonacci retracement, and from there on start measuring and start trading towards those levels, or once it reaches levels, I put in the trades. Few things that I'm looking out for right now. Here on the 4 hourly we have the money flow going down. That is of course is a little bit bearish, so it is good for our bear scenario. We do have a second momentum wave. If this thing now starts turning and we are creating then a lower low on the price and a higher low on the momentum waves, you could say there's a bullish divergence. But as you can see, the money flow is not coming up yet, so that actually needs to reverse if you are looking for longs. Let's quickly head over and zoom to the hourly. There, same kind of scenario, but I have noticed in the last few weeks that these bullish and bearish divergence not really always playing out, and the price just keeps continuing on the trend. So you see that we're just here creating a new low on the price, and who knows if this rolls over and this goes lower again, then also this bullish divergence is off the table. Money flow looks like it kind of wants to curve over down a little bit. On the daily, on the macros, it's all still kind of pretty much the same, where we see with the indicators that we said the money flow is still slowly just grinding to that zero level. Let's see in the next couple days if we can enter the green or not. There are two things that I want to show you here on the small time frames, and then we move over to the next subject that I want to talk about, is that we have a value area high. And if I zoom out real quick just to show you what that was again, that is, you know what, let's do the 4 hourly, that's a little bit easier. That is those thick blue lines. So we have a value area high, we have a value area low, and we have a point of control, and we can use these three levels to say, hey, what is support or resistance? And if we are of course inside, then we're saying this is a fair value, above is overbought, and underneath is oversold, and then usually the price snaps back. So that was in short the idea behind those volume nodes. Well, it depends a little bit on which exchange you're taking, where your line of the value area high is. And that is actually the story that I wanted to go to, is that if we are zooming in, let's just take it at 12 minutes. I have two lines for you so you can see exactly the value area high on Bitfinex. That is the chart that we are looking at right now. This is Bitfinex, as you can see here. But if you are trading on Bybit, what I'm usually doing, then the value area high is a little bit lower, and that is here approximately 21,100, and if else it is 22,000. You say, well, you know, 22,100 is only like $200 or $300 a difference, but it is actually, especially if you're trading high leverage, a 1.4%. And then also your bounce off or your reversal is then on a different level. So you see that that is very important to take that into account, that this is not like a holy indicator, but you need to see it in a perspective of on which exchange are you trading, and so therefore the levels can be a little bit different. But I just found it very interesting to see. Now you can see exactly that we are just bouncing off these levels. I do have to say, actually, here on the top we bounce off on the VWAP. I don't have it in the screen right now, but you have to believe me that this really was a bounce constantly off the VWAP, so that is actually yeah, it's just holding levels quite well. Then quickly for the S&P, last week was a pretty good week. Actually, it was a little bit surprising, but it was a pretty good week. And as you can see, we went up. So for me now, this gap right here, this opening gap that we once had, is closed. I also drew out a weekly level, so if we are going down, that is maybe something I'm looking out for to be retested and go higher. If we break it, then of course we are 100% back here into this trading range, and I would not be surprised if it just will stay there for a while to just consolidate. On the 4 hourly, it looks a little bit ugly, to be honest. The money flow looks like it wants to come down. On the 4 hourly, we printed here a red dot. So yeah, I would not be surprised if there's more downwards action to come. Also, the money flow here is just not convincing at all, towards the upside, towards the downside. This week, a lot of stuff will be news driven. Again, I will show you that in a second. Just quickly, one more time, I want to show you the dollar index. We drew this box last week. As you can see, I said this is kind of the support resistance box that we're looking at. So this is a bit of a sideways action consolidation. What are we going to do? Well, we have already a few wicks here underneath, but we did not really close a 4 hourly candle out here, so I'm not really 100% convinced that we are going to roll over or that we are going higher, and therefore it's a little bit of sideways action, and BTC just does its thing in the meantime. There's one article that I want to show you, and I think this is the perfect summary of what we can expect this week. And what are the things that could move the market? Well, first of all, we have a lot of earnings coming out for Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, Meta. We also have the central bank in the United States most likely rising the interest rates again with 0.75%. Everyone is counting on it at least 0.75%. If it is lower, so 0.5%, I think that will put the markets on fire. There will be a huge move to the upside. If they will surprise the markets with 1% on Wednesday, then I think we can see a very, very sharp move to the downside, because that means that the central banks think that the whole inflation story is even worse than they already thought. They once already surprised the markets with 1%, but let's see how they now do it. Here it also says obviously the 0.75% hike is baked in the cake for next week. So everyone is kind of counting on it. Like I said, if it will be higher or lower, that would be the big surprise. But I do not expect that at all. Then of course we also still have a GDP report coming out. Here you see a little bit of the chart from the S&P year to date. So we have a little bit of an up move. You just all saw it in the chart, and now kind of a bit sideways in the last 2-3 weeks. So let's see how that goes. Then also the earnings. What I found very interesting is that so far we have that 75% of the companies have a better earnings than expected about Q2 so far. So yes, we have high inflation, but actually for the workforce, everything's still kind of okay. For profitability, returns, revenue, all that kind of stuff, it's still kind of okay. I mean, it could be, of course, that there's a little bit of a lagging effect and that in the third quarter the earnings will be terrible, and therefore we'll see a sharp sell-off in the markets. But so far 75%, as I said, a surprise to the upside. The earnings are better than expected, so everyone's like, well, actually it's maybe not as bad as we thought. And then of course, as you can see here, quick calendar from all the earnings that are coming out, all the majors, also Coca-Cola, McDonald's, just huge. That's on Tuesday. Wednesday we have then of course the Fed meeting, then the rate hike most likely also there, a lot of earnings again, and same for Thursday. So all of this news will definitely move the market. There will be deep power behind all the moves. If it's up, if it's down, it can really go either way, but that is at least the force that I am looking out for. So this week will be really a major week for the markets. I am taking it level by level. If BTC looks good on the bear side, then I might hold my short a little bit longer. If I think there are some reversal signs, then I might take some profit, because so far it has been quite a good ride. If so, then of course I'll keep you updated. And if you just look at the videos every day, and you kind of get a feeling of where I am looking at, and just like I said here a few days ago, I said, well, don't get excited yet, we might dump soon. Now everyone is super bearish, but now I'm slowly thinking, well, okay, now we had a move down, now I'm slowly already looking up to the upside is, hey, maybe we can now reverse to the upside. Because if we do so, then our scenario that we talked about, let's say, hey, we get kind of a relief rally that takes quite a long time, again, upside, cool down, then further to the upside, that will be just perfect. That will be so healthy. That is what I'm looking out for, day by day, level by level, trade by trade. Yeah, so don't get caught up by the news and by these dudes that say 48k in 2 weeks, because right now you don't see those thumbnails anymore. Right now they don't show you their trades anymore. For example, Call from the Moon, where is his profitable trade? 1 million entry on 23k. Now that we are trading below 22k, so you don't see those videos anymore. But thank God that they are trying to push as much as affiliate links as they can. So yeah, I just find it always a little bit hypocrite. Just like I said, take it day by day, trade by trade, level by level, and then we move on from there. There's no golden bull run or anything right now, so just take it very easy. Alright guys, that will be it for now. I hope you like this kinds of videos. If you do, then please show your appreciation by liking, subscribing, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I post multiple times per day. Thank you guys very much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.